Hi! Welcome back to Homemade is the Best Mate. Today we are going to make a special recipe for me. It's Tava Lokumu in Turkish, but you can call it meat buns or rolls with meat filling. It's a traditional recipe that is usually made by Tatar Turks in Turkey. And I learned it from my mom's cousin. She was a beloved aunt for me. Unfortunately, she lost her battle with cancer 4 years ago, and I wanted to share this delicious recipe with you by honoring her today. I'm going to show you how to make these gorgeous meat buns right in a second, but before, go and subscribe to my channel if you're still not, and make sure that you hit the bell button so you will know that I post a new video every single time. So if you are ready, let's start. First, we will be preparing the dough. Pour 2 cups of milk and half a cup of warm water, some sugar, dry yeast, oil of your choice, and all-purpose flour. By the way, I used here olive oil. We will be using a big amount of flour in this recipe, so don't rush and throw all of them at once. We will be gradually adding it. The reason for doing that is not using more flour than we need, because the consistency varies depending on which flour you use, so it's always safer to add the flour gradually in all recipes. At the end, we are going to have a smooth but non-sticky bread dough. Now we have to cover the dough and let it rise in a warm place until it doubled. It will take about 1 hour, and I usually prefer inside the oven for doing that. You can preheat it for a couple of minutes at 50 degrees. I think this is the perfect solution for the recipes that contains yeast in fall weather. Meanwhile, we can prepare the filling. In the traditional recipe, we use onions, potatoes, and ground beef with some spices. But you can always change it a little bit depending on your taste. So I grate onions and potatoes first. By the way, I will leave the ingredient list in the description box below. You can check all the ingredients with measurements as well as with substitutes there. Now I add the ground beef, and then I add some salt and paprika. You can also add some chili here, but I will not be using this time because my son will also eat this. Let's mix everything. It will be a juicy mixture that will help the meat perfectly baked inside the buns. When the dough is doubled, it's ready for the next round. But before the next round, we will need melted butter to grease the buns. I will pour some melted butter on a tray. You can think it's like a butter bath for our little buns. I divide the dough into equal sized buns. It will be 18 buns in total at the end. You can make smaller or bigger buns too, but I don't recommend making them too small or too big. Make sure that all the balls are covered with butter. Next, we are going to fill those buns. It's so simple, but first, let's grease the baking pan. I will use some of the melted butter for it. Okay, now you just need to press on the dough with your fingers to have a circle shape first. Don't make it too thin, otherwise the rolls will be crusty and not fluffy. Because we want to achieve fluffy buns here. Then fill the circles and roll them with your hands. We will do the same for the rest. As I mentioned it at the beginning, it's a traditional Tatar food in Turkey. But I know there are similar recipes in various cultures. I would like to hear where are you from and if you have a similar dish in your cuisine. You can comment below. After we filled and shaped all of the buns, we will wait for a second proof. Cover them with a clean towel and let them rise in a warm place. Okay, I promise it's the final phase before we are transferring them into the oven. We are going to cover our beef-filled buns with what's left from the melted butter before transferring to the oven. Transfer them to a preheated oven. They will stay at 190 degrees for 40 minutes. After you take them from the oven, cover them with a paper towel and let them chill a bit. And here they are, the softest bread buns with meat baked inside. Super fluffy with juicy beef filling. Totally mouth-watering, isn't it? They are totally worth a try. You can serve them alone, but they are also a perfect side dish within a comfort soup too. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this recipe, you should also watch my other quick and easy recipe ideas. I post new videos every week, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see all the latest videos. And give this video a thumbs up if you like this recipe. See you next time. Bye!